Well, punk's a whole attitude.
It was the way of life.
And if I had never got into punk, I would be someone so different.
If you want something, you make it happen.
It was so fresh and energetic.
And it was really nice to be in a non-judgmental environment as a teenager. And I think you can't really undervalue that.
It was all about taking risks and not being afraid to fail. Even if you weren't a musician, you could be in a band. If you weren't an artist, you could do whatever you wanted.
And it's given me an amazing life.
One of the things people forget is that if you like punk, where do you find it? There was no MTV, Radio 1 aren't going to play it, so you'd have to make the effort to go and see these bands.
Going to a gig, you didn't have any money except what you begged on the way.
From the first gig I went to, I thought, that's it. It blew everything else away.
Everyone wanted to see either the Pistols or the Clash in '77, and that was like the first of the big bands.
Seeing the Clash, that was kind of quite life-changing.
And then once you're in the venue, you didn't have any money for a drink, so if anyone put a drink down, you drank it.
Because there was all that band going on in 1977, all the council bands, and the Pistols couldn't play anywhere.
I used to go to the Clarendon, the White Hart and Acton.
I can remember the Rainbow as well. It had a sort of fake Spanish village up both sides of the stage made out of plaster.
Well, obviously the Hunter Club held the first punk all-dayer.
I practically lived in the music machine. It was almost derelict. It was just really grimy.
Violence was quite an important part of what was happening there in London, and a lot of it was that political violence, a lot of it was around racism.
I wasn't the right age to vote. I knew that there was things that were going on that weren't right, like the sort of rise of the NF and stuff like that.
Punk told me so much about politics and how to question it.
We had the miners' strikes, everything was grey.
I suppose all it's done for me is given me a distrust of politicians from all sides of the spectrum.
It was quite easy to become anti-establishment in your political thinking, and then the Clash came along.
And I remember I got a band called Crisis that the NF turned up to try and smash it up. Big fight, furniture flying between, and the Skinheads were chased out by the sort of Brixton contingent.
But it was all about freedom of expression, and that's what it meant the most.
Yeah. It was anti-status quo. It was, why are we doing it? What on earth's a good reason for this? And I don't get a sense that that energy is here in the same way, and yet it's needed.
Wow, getting ready, that was a performance.
I was basically in it for the music, and the music led on to the way of dress.
You either looked very neat and clean and pretty, and if you didn't look like that, you'd get a lot of stick.
I'm part of the DIY thing as well. I mean, I make my own clothes.
Anyone that looked a little different were immediately ostracised.
Monkey boots, a pair of trousers I've made myself.
Thought I used to wear chicken bones in my hair. Saturdays used to go down the King's Road, sponsor quid off all the tourists who wanted photographs.
A lot of people found it a very hard, very aggressive image.
It was so different and so confrontational. Some people were really, really offended by it.
But I still dress exactly the same way, basically, that I did in 1978.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. I really quite liked being an outsider.